Yeah, and as we talk about that most accurate forecast, of course, we'll continue to monitor that situation very closely. For today, you can see that that wildfire smoke primarily will be blowing out to the west, so away from our state when it comes to those California wildfires. And that's because we've got a ridge of high pressure parked over California, essentially, and the wind flow around that area of high pressure is pushing those winds out to the west. Of course, if that changes, I will let you know, and it's certainly possible we could eventually start to see some of that wildfire smoke wrap back around that area of high pressure and move back towards our region here over the course of the next week as that ridge of high pressure again remains in place. So we'll be watching that closely, and of course watching the Sears fire closer to home. I'm going to have an update for you in just a little bit, but I just wanted to show you those temperatures around the valley this morning in case you're getting ready to walk out the door. Time right now is 4:48. Our temperature is at 79 degrees in Gilbert. It's 79 in Ahwatukee, 75 in Glendale, and surprise, you're checking in the low 70s. You're not seeing any 60s out there this morning. This morning is running a little bit warmer. Overnight, some winds keeping those temperatures elevated, and winds will be a factor in our forecast again for today, including for that firefight. Now, the Sears fire, I just checked, and it looks like it's grown to about 14,000 acres. Those winds right now, not too strong, coming in out of the west at about 6 miles an hour. Relative humidity pretty low at just 14%, with temperatures in the 80s in that area right now. Heading into this afternoon, temperatures for those fire crews and around that area will be warming into the mid to upper 90s this afternoon. Winds will be a little stronger, especially through the morning hours today, with gusts at times near 20 to 25 miles an hour, and those winds coming in out of the east. So if you live west of where this fire is burning, it's likely you're going to see a little bit more of that smoke today as that wind picks up and carries that smoke towards the west, with relative humidity remaining really low still for those fire crews. And those winds will be picking up across central and southern Arizona through the morning hours. As you look at Futurecast, you'll notice that those wind speeds increase a bit here as we go through that 9 o'clock hour, and then we'll start to see them lighten up again by later this afternoon into the evening. We've got a weak cold front that's finishing kind of pushing through our state. Yesterday, we felt those stronger winds across northern Arizona, and today it'll be the valley and southern Arizona where those breezes pick up. But just again, through the morning hours, I think this afternoon and this evening, those winds look to lighten up. Across the valley, gusts at times near 25 miles an hour with those winds coming in out of the east. Temperature-wise, we'll start off in the 70s and then we'll warm back into the hundreds today. But today's not going to be as hot as it was yesterday because of that weak cold front pushing through. Temperatures will stay a little lower, still hot, still above normal, but we're talking a high of 101 today in Phoenix and a mix of 70s and 80s across much of northern Arizona, with spots like Sedona and Kingman reaching the low 90s. As you look at those highs around the valley, notice that most spots reach right 100 to 101 degrees today. Our 30-year average is down to 95 now. So we're still talking temperatures that are running about 6 degrees above the normal high for this time of year. So plan accordingly. Temperatures in the 70s to 80s from now through that 10 o'clock hour. Then we're into the 90s after that, with mid 90s for that lunch hour. Not too bad, 95 at noon. And then our temperature will peak at 101. But you'll notice that we're going to spend much of the afternoon in the 90s and see the triple digits just for a couple of hours today. But then high pressure, again, remains in control. And for us, that means temperatures are actually going to be trending up, and we're going to be staying dry as we wrap up the monsoon season tomorrow. No rain in sight. Then we kick off October with dry conditions, dry through the weekend, dry into next week as well. And instead, temperatures are going to get a little hotter. Temperatures up near 105 by Thursday, with highs in the low hundreds through the weekend. The mornings more comfortable, though, down into the low 70s each day.